Good day, and let's dive straight into what's making waves across Nigeria today. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has just revealed some absolutely staggering numbers that have everyone talking, and rightfully so. Chairman Ola Olukoyede came out with a statement that has sent shockwaves through the internet fraud community, announcing that in just the last 2 months alone, his team has arrested hundreds of suspected internet fraudsters, popularly known as YahooBoys, through carefully planned sting operations across the country. Now, what makes this announcement particularly interesting is the level of detail the EFCC chairman provided about how sophisticated these operations have become. According to Olukoyede, these are not your everyday arrests where you simply knock on someone's door in broad daylight. He emphasized that many of these suspects have become so cautious and calculating that they cannot be found during regular hours. They have adapted their lifestyles to avoid detection, which means the anti-graft agency has had to significantly upgrade their operational strategies to match this level of evasiveness. The chairman painted a vivid picture of what tracking down these individuals actually looks like in practice. He explained that planning these operations requires an exceptional level of professionalism because these suspects are highly alert and constantly on the move. Many of them do not even sleep in their own homes anymore. Instead, they rotate between luxury hotels and rented apartments, making it incredibly difficult for law enforcement to predict their movements or establish patterns. This cat-and-mouse game has forced the EFCC to employ more sophisticated intelligence-gathering techniques and coordinate operations with precision timing that would rival military exercises. What we're seeing here is essentially an evolution in the fight against cybercrime in Nigeria. The days of simple raids and straightforward arrests are long gone. These suspects have learned from past operations and have developed countermeasures that include everything from using multiple locations to conducting their activities during odd hours when they believe surveillance might be minimal. The EFCC's response has been to match this sophistication with their own tactical improvements, employing undercover operations, digital surveillance, and interagency cooperation that spans multiple states simultaneously. The scale of these arrests over just 2 months is particularly noteworthy. When we talk about hundreds of arrests, we're looking at a significant dent in the operations of internet fraud rings that have cost Nigeria its reputation in international business circles for years. Every single one of these arrests represents not just an individual case, but potentially an entire network of operations that might involve money laundering, identity theft, romance scams, and business email compromise schemes that have collectively stolen millions of dollars from victims around the world. Now, before we go further, if you're finding this information valuable and you want to stay updated on the latest news breaking across Nigeria and beyond, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you never miss an update. Your support really helps us bring you these stories as they happen. The chairman's revelation about finding suspects in hotels and apartments rather than their residences tells us something crucial about how these fraudsters are operating in the current environment. They have essentially gone on the ground, adopting lifestyles that mirror those of fugitives even before they are officially wanted. This behavior suggests a heightened awareness of law enforcement activities and possibly even insider information about when and where operations might occur. It also indicates that the financial gains from their illegal activities are substantial enough to afford constant relocation and the luxury accommodations they use as temporary bases. The EFCC, under Olukoyede's leadership, appears to be taking a no-nonsense approach to this persistent problem. By publicly discussing the methods and challenges involved in these operations, the chairman is likely sending a message to potential offenders that the agency is aware of their tactics and is several steps ahead. This psychological warfare is just as important as the physical arrests because it creates an atmosphere of uncertainty and paranoia within criminal networks, potentially leading to mistakes that make detection easier. What's particularly interesting about this development is the timing. Coming at the start of the year, these massive arrests could signal a renewed commitment by the administration to tackle the internet fraud problem that has plagued Nigeria's international image for decades. The country has long been associated with various forms of cybercrime, from the classic Nigerian prince emails to more sophisticated business email compromise schemes that target corporations and individuals worldwide. Every arrest brings Nigeria one step closer to rehabilitating its digital reputation and proving to the international community that it takes cybercrime seriously. The economic implications of this crackdown cannot be overstated. Internet fraud not only damages Nigeria's reputation, but also affects legitimate businesses trying to operate internationally. Nigerian entrepreneurs often face additional scrutiny and skepticism when conducting business online simply because of the country's association with cybercrime. By aggressively pursuing these fraudsters, the EFCC is essentially protecting the interests of honest Nigerian business people who suffer guilt by association. For young Nigerians watching this unfold, there's an important lesson here about choices and consequences. The glamorous lifestyle often associated with internet fraud, the expensive cars, luxury apartments and designer clothes, comes with a very real risk of arrest, prosecution and imprisonment. The EFCC's success in tracking down suspects even in their hiding places should serve as a wake-up call that this is not a sustainable path to wealth. The agency's improved capabilities mean that getting caught is becoming more of a when than an if situation. As we watch this story develop, one thing is clear. The fight against internet fraud in Nigeria has entered a new phase. The EFCC is demonstrating both capability and determination, and the message to would-be fraudsters is unambiguous. The agency knows where you are, how you operate, and it has the resources and expertise to bring you in. What remains to be seen is whether these arrests will translate to successful prosecutions and whether they will serve as enough of a deterrent to discourage others from entering this criminal enterprise. So, what do you think about this massive crackdown? Do you believe this will finally put a significant dent in internet fraud operations in Nigeria, or will new fraudsters simply adapt and find new ways to evade detection? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below because we really want to hear your perspective on this. And remember, if you haven't already, subscribe to stay informed on all the major developments happening across the nation.